5 weeks ago, I made a promise to myself. Not that I would become ripped in 90 days, but that for once in my life I wouldn't quit. Welcome to week 5 of my 90-day challenge. It's honestly hard to believe I'm already over a month into this challenge. If you've been watching from the start, you've probably noticed that I haven't had some insane transformation. I don't have a six-pack yet. I haven't suddenly become huge. And if someone only looked at the before and after photos, they might even think nothing has changed. But that's one of the biggest things I've learned so far. The biggest changes usually happen before anyone else can see them. When I started this challenge, working out felt like something I had to force myself to do. I'd spend more time thinking about exercising than actually doing it. I'd tell myself I'd start tomorrow, then tomorrow would become next week, and eventually I'd stop altogether. This time feels different, not because I've suddenly become more motivated, but because training has slowly become part of my normal routine. There are still days where I don't feel like working out. There are mornings where I'd rather stay in bed, and days where I wonder if what I'm doing is even making a difference. But instead of asking myself whether I feel motivated, I just ask myself one question: what's the next thing I need to do? Then I do it. I've realised that consistency isn't about feeling excited every day. It's about making the decision before your emotions get a chance to talk you out of it. I think that's why so many people quit. Not because they're lazy, not because they aren't capable, but because they expect progress to feel exciting all the time. The reality is that most of this challenge has been pretty ordinary. It's eating meals when I'd rather order takeaway, doing push-ups when my arms are already sore, going for a walk instead of scrolling on my phone, getting enough sleep instead of staying up too late. None of those moments feel life-changing when they happen, but they add up. That's something I'm starting to understand more every week. I also did my first monthly fitness test recently. I managed 37 push-ups, 56 sit-ups, and a 75-second plank. Now I know those numbers probably aren't impressive to a lot of people. There are a lot of people who could easily double that, but that's not who I'm trying to beat. The only person I'm competing against is the version of me who almost never stayed consistent with anything. 5 weeks ago, I probably wouldn't have believed I'd still be here. Not because the workouts are impossible, but because quitting used to be normal for me. Every time things got difficult, I'd convince myself I'd start again later. I've done that more times than I can count. This challenge isn't just about building muscle anymore. It's about proving to myself that I can finish something I started. That's become the biggest goal. Of course I still want to gain muscle. I still want to get stronger. I still want to look back at day 90 and barely recognise the person I was on day 1. But even if the physical results take longer than I hope, I'm already becoming someone who's more disciplined, someone who keeps promises to himself, someone who doesn't quit the moment things get boring. And honestly, that version of me is worth building. If you're watching this and you've been putting something off, whether it's going to the gym, starting a business, learning a new skill, or making any change in your life, don't wait until you feel ready. Because I can promise you this, 5 weeks ago, I didn't feel ready either. I just started, and that's made all the difference. I've still got 8 weeks left in this challenge. There's still a lot of work to do. I'm excited to see where I'll be by the end. Thank you to everyone who's been following along, and it genuinely helps more than you probably realise. I'll keep showing up if you do. I'll see you all in week 6.